Too. We got people heading out, let's see, to football games tonight, going to the Hooks. I think the Hooks are playing tonight.
Yep.
So a lot of outdoor stuff, and probably no chance of any of that being rained out or anything.
No, just
right?
Mosquitoed out, I think, is the big thing. Yeah, it's kind of the bummer we've got going on right now. But it's because we got decent rain last week. So it's one of the byproducts. I was talking to Kristen Walla in the Weather Center earlier, and we just had this thing about the Cocoa author. 1 month from now, it'll be October 13th.
Yes, it will. Today's.
I know it's Captain Obvious, but just for perspective, it sounds a lot better than like if it were June 13th and we were saying, oh, 1 month from now it'll be July 13th. It would just feel like, man, the heat's never going to end. But mid-October isn't that far away. Remnants of Francine right over Memphis on the right side of that circulation. That's where all of the active weather is. We're on the west side of it, so it's a lot drier here on the back side of that system. Now, the Gulf of California, that's the body of water between the Baja and Mexico. This storm, Ileana, is going to track up the Gulf of California. It's a tropical storm right now. It's not going to directly affect us. We've been talking about this feature for a few days now. The cone brings it up into that Gulf of California. Again, that's where the storm will be, but some of the energy aloft, up high in the atmosphere, is going to break off from it and head towards South Texas. That's why I think we've got a passing shower chance in play, even though the high-res modeling isn't clued into that. You'll see a few showers try and pop up into Sunday. It's not a bunch, but I think it's enough to get a little bit more out of the atmosphere with that energy coming in than what our in-house modeling is showing. If it doesn't rain at all, okay, whatever, it's the weekend. We don't really need tons of rain over the weekend, but I do think Sunday we'll see a chance at least for a passing shower, and then into next week, high pressure builds into Texas. That drives the heat, and for the most part will suppress the rain. Sunday, widely scattered stuff. It's not a huge chance. Most people won't get rain, but with that energy coming in, I think it's enough to warrant talking about it. After that, aside from the sea breeze front, I think rain's going to be hard to come by, and temperatures are going to run around 5 degrees above seasonal average. Mid-90s heat index close to 110 each day, with the exception being Sunday with that rain chance and a few more clouds around. So there's Ileana. Francine, just a remnant low. A medium chance to develop off the southeastern coast of the U.S. Not a threat for us. And then we've got a new named storm. This was Tropical Depression 7. It is now Gordon. That's not a threat either. So we're in this little pocket of quietness right now with respect to tropical activity coming our way. And nothing looks terribly menacing for us other than the heat over the next 7 days. 76 tonight, a few clouds, it'll be warm and humid. Tomorrow, hot, just like today, into the middle 90s, a heat index close to 110, southeast breeze 5 to 15. On the water, we've had this coastal flooding the last several days. That has gone away, so the beach area waters look much better. Just 1 to 2 foot waves at a 4-second period. Water temperature also a bit cooler with the passing of Francine. We're in the mid-80s as opposed to up near 90 degrees before that storm churned up the Gulf waters. So with the exception of Sunday, widely scattered stuff that day with rain, it's looking more like middle of summer rather than the last week of summer next week. So hot weather for us in time. We'll get there. We're on the tail end of the summer, and it's it almost feels like while everyone else in the country starting to get these fronts and the cooler weather and the coffee mornings, we're the last to get it here. So,
yeah. When are the leaves going to turn? I heard somebody ask that today.
Was it Michael Gibson by chance?
No, it was not.
Okay, all right.
Could have been. Thank you, Alan. When we come back.